Coach, first off, obviously a big day for you guys having the scrimmage, being able to get another rep out with some live action football. What do you make of the physicality today and the way you guys are able to kind of set the tone early?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just proud of the way we executed our defense. I mean, we went in with basically like a full menu of calls, and you know, we executed, I think, at a high level for most of it. You know, but then we had some breakdowns, and you know, it's part of the process. You know, everybody got reps on defense today, and everybody played, which is the biggest positive that we came out of today.
It seemed like you guys were very comfortable early on in the defensive system, especially with the first team with Wilson getting an interception early on. What do you make of the way you guys not only were able to set the tone, but just had guys feel prepared to go in terms of like the calls, the signals, like you mentioned today?
Yeah, we didn't put in anything really new. We just ran what we ran, and we just executed. I'm just proud of our guys, and again, the biggest positive that we brought out of today is everybody got a chance to play, and you know, we just got a lot more tools in our defense this year because of the experience coming back and the depth that we have.
I know a big thing for you guys this season was getting better in the pass rush area of the field, and obviously the pass rush was pretty intense today, going at the quarterbacks. What do you make of the way the edge rushers are able to kind of get around and make themselves known?
Well, it's the whole front four, and they all work together, and they complement each other, and they really turned it. They turned it up here at Camptown, Arizona, and I think they really hit the switch. They got back to where they were at the end of spring. So I'm really proud of them, and I'm proud of their progress, and coaches are doing a great job there.
It seems like the run game had some cool give and take today. Sometimes the drives had a lot of offensive momentum with the run game. You guys were also able to generate a lot of stops at certain periods and certain parts of the field. What do you think about the run game defense today for you guys?
Well, I'm just telling you, I think our run game is going to be a real problem for people because our offensive line is so big and our running backs are so talented. We have so much depth in that room. So anytime we're able to get a stop and get them off schedule, get a stop on short yardage, it's a huge. It bodes really well for us defensively because we know how good they are up front and how good they are at running back. So, you know, I'm just, again, like you said, it's just give and take, and you know, we're going to give people fits because of how physical we are up front and how good this running back stable is.
You guys have a lot of defensive backs in the room across the corners and the safeties that are playing a lot of snaps now for you. What do you make about the coverage and the secondary for you guys today?
I mean, I'm just proud of these guys because we got guys moving in and out of different positions, and several of these safeties are playing all three positions, and the corners are doing a great job. The competition in that room is at a high level right now, and the guys that have played are playing at a high level, and the guys that have come in are challenging those guys. So it's just really happy with all the things we're doing. You know, that all things that we're doing with our coverages and the shows and the disguises, and we really were able to put some things together today, and we're going to continue to develop. I'm just really proud of our guys for just this being practice 10 and where we're at.
Obviously, a lot of your guys had big success last season with you, but for this point in the camp, being able to have a good day in live action, how much reassurance does that give you and the players ahead of the rest of fall camp going into the season?
I mean, a lot of it's all about building confidence. Don't change the plan. Don't change the system. Don't throw new ideas at them. Just throw different ways to do the same things that we've been doing, and our guys are responding to that.
You guys did really well with secondary blitzes. Both times you're first and goal on the 5, and then you knocked them back to force field goals. Is that something that you think you'll try to utilize a lot this year?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we do a lot of different stuff, and what I was most happy with is none of that stuff works unless we're able to generate a pass rush with our front four. And like I said, the development of that front four and their continued improvement and progress is really going to open up a lot of avenues for us defensively, and it's going to make our pressures better. So, like I said, everything's coming together in terms of our pass rush and what we're doing versus teams that are trying to take five-step drops against us, and that's the thing that I'm most excited about.
How do you think that depth at the defensive line allows you guys to sub in and out, keep guys fresh at all times, really generate pass rush every play?
You know, depth is critical. It starts up front on both sides of the ball, and for us on defense, getting all those guys reps and also getting some guys back, you know what I mean? And when we get those guys back, it's just going to add to our depth, and the faster and harder those guys can play, the better we're going to be on defense.
Justin Wiley had a couple sacks today. He's 15 pounds slimmer, looks a lot faster, has that twitch on the outside edge. How was his camp been?
Yeah, I mean, he's still one of our bigger, more physical guys. He's pushing 280. and he's a physical, heavy-handed dude. So his progress has been incredible, and his consistency. I mean, he's taken that step. I just really expect big things out of Justin this year.
Have you just seen the defensive line as a whole, with how many veterans you have on that line, just kind of lead this defense?
Yeah, I mean, it starts up front, like I said, and those guys are bigger and stronger than the year before, and the experience, and some of those guys have played in some really big plays and big environments and big situations, and bringing that kind of experience back, you just hope they can take the next year leap in terms of their progress and their production.
Sorry if you already asked this, but Kendrick Breedlove and Boogie Wilson, two new guys that came in, have had a really strong camps. Boogie had that interception. What have you seen from them and their ability to just settle into the system?
Yeah, I mean, Boogie really came in, from a similar system as ours, a lot of the same terminology and vernacular, and he's just responded really well. And Kendrick is just continues to get better and better, and I'm just really excited and happy about those guys, and those guys are going to make our team better, and they're going to help us win games this year.
Been up to Camp T a couple times, but what makes it just so enjoyable coming up here with all the team bonding and everything?
Well, just getting away from everything and you get off your phones because the services are great here. You're able to conversate and communicate over meals, and you just have a little bit more downtime because there's no transitions, and just having that time to get away from everything. It goes by so fast. It's really positive for our team.
Still got a couple weeks until week 1 against NU, but do you feel like right now you guys are kind of on pace where you want to be?
Definitely.
Simple.